rewarding the bad actors. Many Americans are angry at Wall Street, and rightly so. First came the financial industry, plunged us into economic crisis. Then it was bailed out at taxpayer expense. And now, with the economy still deeply depressed, the industry is paying itself huge, gigantic bonuses. If you aren't outraged, you haven't been paying attention. But crashing the economy and fleecing or ripping the taxpayer off aren't Wall Street's only sins. Even before the crisis and the bailouts, many financial industry high flyers made fortunes through activities that were worthless if not destructive from a social point of view. And of course, they're still at it. Consider two recent news stories. One involves the rise of high-speed trading. Some institutions, including Goldman-Sachs, have been using super-fast computers to get the jump on other investors buying or selling stocks a tiny fraction of a second before anyone else can even react, much less think. And profits from high-frequency trading are one reason Goldman is earning record profits and likely to pay record bonuses. And on a seemingly different front, the case of Andrew J. Hall, who leads an arm of Citigroup that speculates on oil and other commodities. His operation has made a lot of money recently, and according to his contract, Mr. Hall is owed $100 million. He's also made a lot of money on commodities, perhaps driving up the price, like last summer when gasoline was above $4 a gallon. So, why does he get such a huge bonus? And what do these stories have in common? The politically salient answer, for now at least, is that in both cases we're looking at huge payouts by firms that were major recipients of federal aid. Citi has received around $45 billion from taxpayers. Goldman has repaid the $10 billion it received in direct aid, but it has benefited enormously both from federal guarantees and from bailouts of other financial institutions. So what are taxpayers supposed to think when these welfare cases cut 9-figure paychecks? But suppose we grant that both Goldman and Mr. Hall are very good at what they do and might have earned huge profits even without all that taxpayer aid. Even so, what they do is bad for America. So just to be clear, financial speculation can serve a useful purpose. Theoretically, it's good, for example, that futures markets provide an incentive to stockpile heating oil before the weather gets cold, and stockpile gasoline ahead of the summer driving season. But speculation based on information not available to the public at large is a very different matter. Such speculation often combines private probability with social uselessness. In other words, greed, pure greed. So it's hard to imagine a better illustration than high-frequency trading. The stock market is supposed to allocate capital to its most productive uses, for example, by helping companies with good ideas raise money. But it's very hard to see how traders who place their orders 1/30th of a second faster than anyone else do anything at all to improve that social function. And what about Mr. Hall? He makes money mainly by outsmarting other investors rather than by directing resources to where they're needed. Again, it's hard to see the social value of what he does. And there's a good case that such activities are actually harmful. For example, high-frequency trading probably degrades the stock market's function because it's a kind of tax on investors who lack access to those super-fast computers, which means that the money Goldman spends on those computers has a negative effect on national wealth. Speculation based on private information imposes a double social loss. It uses up resources and undermines markets. What should be done? Last week, the House passed a bill setting rules for pay packages at a wide range of financial institutions. And supposedly, that would be a step in the right direction. But it really should come with a much broader regulation of financial practices, perhaps by higher tax rates on supersized, huge incomes. Unfortunately, the House measure is opposed by the Obama administration, which is operating on the principle that what's good for Wall Street is good for America. In some kind of way, business as usual. Neither the administration nor our political system in general, that's including Congress, is ready to face up to the fact that we've become a society in which the big money or big bucks go to bad actors. A society that lavishly rewards those who make us poorer, or the masses poorer. So once again, an economy based on greed and more greed is not good. It's not good at all. And there's fundamental problems with the whole economy. Yes, a lot of it is based on greed. And everything that must change rapidly. Real change must happen, no matter what. And yes, once again, these are more signs of the end times transition days. And there are just many, many signs happening every day all around the world.